Good morning, students. I hope you all are well. So, as we are doing our chapter number 2, microorganism friends and foe, and we have already discussed about the viruses and about the bacteria. So, today we will continue with fungi. Next microorganism, fungi, and fungi are plant-like organism having a cell wall but lacking chlorophyll. Say they do not have chlorophyll, so they are not able to prepare their food. If we talk about the habitat of these animals, so they are generally found in dark, moist places with moderate temperature, means the temperature which should not be very high and not very low, and such as moist areas, leather goods, vegetables, rotting fruits, vegetables and animal excreta, they are found at all these places. If we talk about the structure may be unicellular. Unicellular means they may be made up of one cell. Uni means one, cellular means cell, so one cell, or multicellular. Multicellular means they are made up of many cells, more than one cell. The cell wall made up of chitin or fungal cellulose. They may live singly or reside in colonies. Either they may live singly or they may live in colonies. Next, if we talk about multicellular forms, consist of thread-like structures. Multicellular जो form होते हैं, they consist of thread-like structures which are known as hyphae, and hyphae are interwoven together to make a network known as mycelium. When the hyphae are interwoven, then they are known as mycelium. And examples of these are molds, yeast, mushroom are some examples of common forms of fungi. And we know that mushroom we eat also, it is edible also, and mushroom is multicellular consisting of a stalk and an umbrella, whereas yeast is unicellular. If we talk about the fungi, the mushroom is multicellular, means made up of many cells, whereas yeast is unicellular. Next, student, if we talk about the nutrition, so as we have discussed that these fungi they do not have chlorophyll in them, so they are heterotrophs, means they depend on others for their nutrition. They can be parasitic, means they obtain their nutrients from the living organism, and they are saprophytic, means they obtain their food from the dead organism. If we talk about the reproduction, fungi reproduce either by budding or by spore formation. Budding means first the bud is formed from the body, and then bud grows in size. Later on it detach from the parent body, and then it develops into a new organism. And spore formation also result in reproduction in fungi. Next, yeast reproduce by budding, whereas molds and mushrooms reproduce by spore formation. Next, if we talk about the beneficial fungi, how the fungi is beneficial for all of us. So, bakeries and breweries, it is used in bakeries for making the cakes, breads and all that, and breweries means for making the wine, beer. Okay, so yeast is the fungus which is largely employed in bakeries and breweries. It is used in bakeries and breweries, which is used. Yeast is a fungi that is used. Next is yeast undergo anaerobic respiration known as fermentation. During the process of fermentation, yeast converts glucose into alcohol and CO2. The glucose present in the fruit juices and all that, it converts into alcohol and CO2. The CO2 released cause the dough to rise in case of bread and idlis, making them fluffy. Have you ever seen that while making the idlis and the dosa batter, what happened? The dough increases in size. It is due to release of CO2. And because of this property, yeast is largely used for making cakes, pastries, dhokla, etc. And it is also used for commercial production of alcohol and wine. Okay, student. Next is barley, wheat, rice, and crushed fruit juices are fermented to obtain alcohol and wine. They are from this, the juices are obtained from barley, wheat, rice, and crushed fruit juices, from which they are fermented, and then alcohol and wine are prepared. See, here you can see the diagram of yeast is shown. Here you can see the diagram of yeast is shown. Okay, preparation of cheese. This also used for preparation of cheese. Various species of penicillium are used for preparing different types of cheese. Organic acids are also produced from the fungi. Various organic acids such as oxalic acids, citric acids, gluconic acids, they are obtained from the fungi. Next, vitamins. Vitamins are also obtained. Yeast, that is a good source of vitamin B complex. Next, it is also used as a food. Several mushrooms such as agaricus, you know that we also make vegetables from that, so it is used as a food. It is also added in salads and all that. Okay, it also added to the pizzas, so it is a good source of vitamin B complex. Next, fifth, it is also used as a food, like agaricus, morchella, they are used as a food. Next, production of antibiotics. It is also used in the production of antibiotics. So antibiotics are the substances that are used to kill the disease causing microorganisms, and penicillium is obtained from Penicillium chrysogenum, and cephalosporin from Acremonium and Grisofulvum. Okay, these are the antibiotics which are obtained from the fungi. Next, student, if we talk about the harmful effects of fungi, how the fungi are harmful for us. Okay, so here you can see it leads to spoilage of food. Okay, fungi readily spoil food in moderate temperature and humidity. If the temperature is low, in between, not very high and not very low, so that will lead to spoilage of food. Spoilage of leather. Leather products are easily spoiled by fungi in high humidity. If the humidity content is very high, then it also leads to damage of the leather products. Diseases in humans. It also causes diseases in humans like ringworm, athlete foot, scabies, etc. in humans. Okay, diseases in plants. The fungi also called diseases in plants like downy mildew of grapes, black rust of wheat. Okay, are the disease which are caused by fungi in plants. And diseases in animals, like fungi are known to cause diseases such as blastomycosis, coccidioidomycosis, and cryptococcosis in animals. These are the diseases which are caused by fungi in animals. Okay, student. Next, if we talk about the there is an activity is given in your this, you can do this activity, you can read this, and it's very easy. If you take a chapati and if you spread some water on that and keep that chapati for 2-3 days in a dark place, so 3-4 days after, you see that there is a black or a brownish patch will be formed on the chapati, and that is shows that fungi grow on that. And if you see that through the microscope, you will be able to see that it is the fungi. Okay, student. Next, if we talk about the algae. Next is the algae, and algae are they are the simple plants containing chlorophyll which help to synthesize their own food. So they have chlorophyll, that's why they are able to prepare their own food, and they are popularly known as seaweeds. The algae are known as seaweeds. If we talk about the habitat, they are found in moist places such as rock crevices and in aquatic habitats like lakes, ponds, ditches, and stagnant water. So the stagnant means the standing water, the water that is collected at a particular place, and in rock crevices means the cracks which are formed in the rocks. If we talk about the sizes, size range from 1 micron to several meters. So they are from very small to very large size also. Okay, so the if we talk about next is how the structure of the algae is. They have thalloid body instead of true roots, stem and leaves. They have a thallus like structure. Okay, thallus means like a sac-like structure. They can be unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular means single cell, multicellular means made up of many cells. Living in colonies. They can live in colonies or singularly also. So they can also live singly. Next, based on the type of pigment present in the algae, they are classified into different types. So first one is the green algae, in which green pigment is present, that is known as, example is Spirogyra. Second is blue green algae, the example is Anabina. Brown algae, that example of this is Fucus. Red algae, example of this type of algae is Polysiphonia. Fifth one is a golden brown algae. These are the algae depend on their color, and which is known as diatoms. So example of Fucus and Polysiphonia, a picture is given to you. Then if we talk about the nutrition, so nutrition means how they obtain their food. So they are, as they have chlorophyll in them, so they are able to prepare their food itself. Okay, so by a process known as photosynthesis, and they are autotrophic. Next, if we talk about the reproduction, so algae reproduce by binary fission, by fragmentation. Fragmentation means that break down into the fragments, and then it will grow into a new individual. Then beneficial algae, how the algae are beneficial for us as a fertilizer. So as we have discussed, that blue-green algae such as Nostoc and Amina, they have the ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen. Therefore, they are used as fertilizers. For aquatic organisms, algae serves as food for fish and other aquatic animals. Third is food for humans. Some algae are also used by human beings as a food. So spirulina and chlorella are rich source of proteins. Spirulina and chlorella are rich source of proteins, whereas brown algae and seaweed such as Porphyra corcodes are used as food in various countries. Next, if we talk about the vitamins and minerals, algae are a rich source of vitamins and minerals. Brown algae such as kelps are important sources of iodine, sodium and potassium. Next, it is also used in industrial use. So agar-agar, that is obtained from red algae, is used in manufacture of jellies and cosmetics. Algin is used for preparing ice creams. Diatoms, that is golden brown algae, it is rich in silica and are used for making filters, glasses and porcelain dishes. Okay. Next is sixth one is the fodder for animals. Some algae are also used as fodder for animals. Seaweeds such as Laminaria are used as fodder for sheep and cattle. Okay student. Next, if we talk about, there is harmful effects of algae, how the algae is harmful for us. So algae, first one is it leads to eutrophication. Eutrophication means algae reproduce very rapidly and form a mat-like structure on water bodies. Okay, there is a mat-like structure of algae will be formed on the water bodies. This algal mat creates oxygen deficiency in the water and limits the sunlight, making the conditions toxic for other aquatic organisms. Okay. Next, if we talk about algae such as Oscillatoria produces toxins in water which makes the water unfit for drinking. So student, this is about how the fungi are useful for us, how they are harmful for us, how the algae is useful and what are the beneficial algae. So student, this is all about for your today's class. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.